Hi, I'm Glenn Daniels. Now let me ask you a question. Have you ever attended a workshop or a seminar where you were just so motivated that by the end of the workshop you just didn't know what to do with yourself, but yet the next morning you got up and said, I didn't learn anything? Or have you ever attended a workshop or a seminar again where you just had tons of skills come your way and you were writing all the skills down? The next morning or maybe 2 days later you said, I have no motivation to use those skills. We don't do that.
Trust. Less stress. Being understood. What else? You're going to get more respect. It's going to boost morale. You know, so far, I know why. Hold on, let me fix this. This side of the room has been answering. Let's fix this one. What else? Create more understanding. Confident. I think you guys are all right. I think you're 100% right. And I think you're missing the point. I think you're missing the point. What this will do for you, if you grab hold of it and lock it down and work on it and practice it and lean into it, what it's going to do for you, it's going to make your life easier. Period. Your life will get easier. That 10-minute conversation you're used to having will become 2 minutes.
What we do is we give you solid, concrete exercises and skills that you can use during this seminar. We talk about 4 different exercises. We get you to participate in them. The first exercise you can do in the morning, tomorrow morning. You get up and I want you to walk into your bathroom, look into your mirror, see how beautiful you are, and then just kind of notice as you take a big deep breath in, what does your face do? What do your eyebrows do? What do your ears do? Does your skin on your cheeks, do they change colors? What do your lips do? Just notice that, and then notice the difference when you exhale. Then on your next breath, I want you to take a real soft, laser-like focus onto your left eye. Now the purpose here, now, there's a problem with this though. How many of us out there are left-handed? Okay, this exercise will not work for you. The reason why it won't work for you because you're just kind of weird, you're kind of strange, you're just different. No, I'm just kidding. Here's what you're going to do. If you're left-handed, you're going to take a soft, laser-like focus into your right eye. You're just wired differently, so you need to go into your right eye. And again, no matter which eye you're looking to, the mission is to see your own divine spirit in your eye. And you're going to say the following affirmation. Stories is the most powerful learning tool that you can possibly have. And this boy grew up without a mother. And he grew up with a very strict father. In fact, even for that day and time, his father was considered too strict. See, if the boy made a mistake, his father wouldn't hesitate to hit him upside his head. Wouldn't hesitate to punish him in a heartbeat. But here's what made it worse. His father was not only strict, he was a mean, nasty drunk. So this boy, no matter what happened, at a drop of a dime, he might get beat. His dad would go out and get drunk, and he would come home and say, fill up my wine glass. So he'd fill up his wine glass. Invariably, the dad would spill wine on him. Jump up. The boy would cover, Dad, I'm sorry, please stop. Telling stories perhaps about Beethoven and the struggles he had in writing the Ninth Symphony. See, the only release the boy had was his music. That was his sanctuary, his place where he could feel safe and loved was in his music. And he was very good at it. He was a genius at his music. As he grew up, more people would come to hear him play the piano or hear him play the violin. As a young man, he got to be so good that people were paying him money to write a violin concerto for him. He had kings and queens and generals paying him money to write symphonies for him. But somewhere along the line, he came to the decision that it's not me doing this. It is my Creator working through me. It is my divine spirit working through me that's helping me create this work of art. And the genius of him, the reason why he became so overly popular is because he kept on focusing on his gratitude for this. He became so well known and so good that even 200 years later, if I sang just 4 notes from one of his symphonies, you would know exactly what symphony it was, what number, and who wrote it.
Commanders were asking the cadets to do things. Will you go get Daniels a chair, please? Now, it is order. They knew it. But they could ask. All right, man, they're gone. Boom. Let's go get the chimney back. If the Naval Academy, if the Air Force Academy can change what they're doing instead of giving orders, they're asking, can't you start to ask? Start asking people to do things instead of telling them. You are their leader. They know it. If they say, no, I can't do that, then ask them, tell me a little bit more about why you can't. But it applies to the leader. Start asking people to do things. Lose the I and the my. You want to stop coming off so bossy? Lose the I and the my. Here's something we don't do very much of. Acknowledge a job well done. Do you realize that 70% of your communication with your team should be positive? 70% of your time you should be praising your team, showing honest and sincere appreciation, acknowledging the job well done. You want to stop being bossy? Always remember, when the delegation fails, if it fails, it's your fault. It's your fault. Accept the blame. You know why it's your fault? Because you weren't paying attention. You didn't notice things. Finishing up an article about morning rituals, how every manager should have a morning ritual. And part of that morning ritual should be to simply say good morning to everybody on my team. That should be part of the morning ritual. Simply say good morning to them. So that's part of it. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Ian. Good morning, Cynthia. Good morning, Michael. Gary.
Good morning.
Good morning, Michael.
I almost gave you a compliment for a good memory.
Yeah, almost, then mess it up. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
Good morning, Margie.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jillian.
Good morning.
Good morning, Randy.
Good morning.
Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning.
I have a problem with one person here, don't I? Did you hear it? If you're saying good morning to everybody on your team, you can hear when something's wrong. Now, I'm not sure whether that's just his personality or there's something wrong. But the way he said good morning indicated there might be a problem there. Now, if he says good morning that way every day, that's not a problem. But how did Anthony answer good morning? Good morning. Barely said it. He may do that all the time, but if, let's say he's normally like everybody else kind of out there, but this particular morning his answer is that way, good morning. You can barely hear him say good morning. I'm making a mental note right then and there. I'm coming back to you. Sometime early that morning, I'm going to come back to you and say, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Because he may have an issue. And the issue maybe I give him too much work to do. Maybe he doesn't understand the project. But if I can say good morning, I can hear the meaning behind the words. I know if he's got an issue, I can go to it. Now, if that's his normal way of saying good morning, though, every morning, good morning, good morning. If that's his normal way, I'm fine with it. But the morning he comes to me, I say good morning, instead of him going good morning, he goes, good morning! I know I got a problem. And I'm coming back to him.
It's not about just being motivated and going no place. It's not about just learning skills and not using those skills. It's about combining all of that together.